Hello everybody, thank you for joining me again for Just Grandad. This is the Christmas edition. Sorry we haven't been with you for a couple of weeks, but I've had the dreaded pre-Christmas lurgy. Quite an annual event for me, but never mind, back now, fighting fit and trying to look very festive as we're nearly on top of Christmas. As you can see, this is the idea of my producer, technical director, stroke granddaughter, and why not, we're nearly at Christmas. Now, I'd like to say we've got a special treat for you today. We've got 2 items, but you might not think that's a special treat. But I've enjoyed doing them. Now, the first one, a Christmas connection, in that it's a poem that was written to go to the tune of Mary's Boy Child, which is very Christmassy, as you know. The poem itself isn't Christmassy. The poem itself is all about Brexit. It's 2020. You remember we had the lockdown, and around about that time also we had the Brexit episode, didn't we? We had are we going to come in, are we going to go out, and once we've had the vote, then we got to get a trade deal, and we had Prime Minister after Prime Minister. So this poem tries to take you back to the days we were discussing how important Brexit was. All right, and I'll tell you about the next one after that. This is called Brexit or No Brexit. Long time ago in Downing Street, David Cameron told the nation, you can have your Euro vote, a reluctant proclamation. Brexit yes or Brexit no, we heard all the views. It occupied the press and all the social media news. Should we stay or should we leave? A difficult decision. All we've got to go on is what's put on television. David said the votes would see him carrying out his promise. So follow Dave and stay inside, or leave and follow Boris. Boris told us lots of porkies, some were vaguely funny. Most were saying if we left, we'd all have much more money. Brexit yes or Brexit no, we heard all the views. It occupied the press and all the social media news. Should we stay or should we leave? A difficult decision. And all we've got to go on is what's put on television. Then the vote, a narrow win to leave by 2%. This called David to resign. This wasn't his intent. So now who'll lead us to this promised land? I hear you say, never fear, step forward, one brave soul, Theresa May. Brexit yes or Brexit no, we know we're to leave. But there are many months and years of problems to unweave. Red tape, healthcare, fishing rights, and sorting out the borders. We're not sure who's dishing out the latest standing orders. In the end, Theresa May just couldn't stand the strains. What a chance for Boris now to grab the PM reins. Deal or no deal, that's the question that he must address. Spent his Christmas on the phone, just trying to do his best. Then at last, a breakthrough. We just hope it's what it seems. We've a trade deal set in place, although we've no clue what that means. Brexit's here and here to stay. The trade deal's done and ended. But still we hear there's more to say, more stuff to be amended. Will it ever be complete? Of course, the MPs say. Tell that to 15,000 drivers on the Kent motorway. Brexit's here and we can only look for brighter times when we can head off for our holidays in sunnier climes. Let's all make the best of something with which we are lumbered. 'Cause if we don't, then Boris, I'm afraid your days are numbered. Well, there we are. That's the first one. Now, the second one. This was composed in October, which was about 8 weeks away from Christmas in 2020. Because in our family, we always have a big Christmas. There's a lot of us and we always get together. But Boris had decided that Christmas might not take place this year because he'd banned big, large gatherings. But then, of course, he rescinded that a little bit and said, well, perhaps we might be able to have a couple of days. So this poem is all about our preparation and our thoughts before Christmas. However you would spend your Christmas, not this year. For Christmas 2020 will not bring the usual cheer. For groups of 17 or more where families assemble will certainly be banned. The thought leaves us to shake and tremble. The tables set for myriad guests, the various kinds of meat, the stuffing, pigs in blankets, and the veg put there to eat. At least 10 kinds of vegetable is usually the case. And then, of course, the Christmas pud. It's something we must face. The afternoon of family fun and present opening too, all take an age. But no one cares. There's nothing else to do. We break for drinks and cakes as well, then back to job in hand. And finally, when all's unwrapped, recycle bins are manned, and 20 tons of paper is screwed up and stuffed inside, and what will not go on is left in boxes by the side. And then the children start to play with all the bargain buys. The adults, well, it's possible that they might close their eyes. This won't last long because the noise of children's fun is such that slumber has to end. The 40 winks are done. But hey, it's time to eat again. Can't manage? Go on, try it. This large amount of food is playing havoc with the diet. And when we've eaten and played more and watched a bit of telly, it's time to just relax again. Oh no, not on your Nelly. Some party games and more participation, don't you know? And then we're all exhausted. It's approaching time to go. The family set off and one by one they duly wander, and we are left with empty space and time to sit and ponder. A Christmas day to celebrate, a family tradition. But wait, has this all been a dream? A different proposition awaits us this year. As we wait for Boris's decision, is Christmas cancelled or reprieved? Can we still have our vision? There's talk of 2 days where we can all have our celebration. I'm not sure how this can be true. Will COVID leave our nation for those 2 days? Then come again when we've all had our fun? I'm not sure it will work like that when all is said and done. Still, ours is not to reason why we wouldn't be that bold. We'll wait and see just what transpires and then do what we're told. Thank you. That was our Christmas production. Thanks again to Sophie. You know what to do if you like it. If you've got any friends that haven't heard about this yet, well, you might not want to share it with them, but on the other hand, you might. So thank you very much for listening and watching, and a happy Christmas to you all. Goodbye for now.